All right, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Who is like shocked that it is the beginning of November? If you're anything like me, I am blown away. So we are super excited that you're here with us tonight. My name's Wandishin, and I am going to kind of just talk about our awesome body balancing drops. When I got introduced to these drops, I was experiencing every one of these symptoms with the exception of adult acne. I did have that in my adult life, but I didn't have it a year and a half ago. But I had every single one of these symptoms. I am 54 years old. I was in the throes of menopause. I also had been diagnosed with Hashimoto's about 16 years ago. And I also had some other autoimmune challenges, which kept me from being able to release weight, even though I ate clean and exercised and did all the things. Even my doctor didn't know what was going on. So I in walked the drops. I saw a post, and the drops came into my life. And what happened was is that honestly, a lot of these things started going away. And then I have released 22 pounds from moving my body, drinking my water, eating a low glycemic food index food list, but also using the drops. And so I love the drops. I love what they do for the body and how we feel in the United States, because we have people on here from Canada and the US. In the United States, we have a homeopathic version of the drops. In Canada, we have it's an herbal version of the drops, okay? And we're in our company's in over 50 countries around the world. And so, most of the world has the version similar version to what they have in Canada, which is an herbal drop. The name of our company is Partner Co. And we're super excited because what we do with Partner Co. is we help people get healthier holistically. That's one of the things that we do. So, what are our products? Our number one selling viral product is our body balancing drops. And what they do is they're going to balance those foundational hormones. I'll touch on that in just a minute. But we have so many other products, over 100 other products. We have clean energy drinks. We have an incredible collagen that's actually an extracellular matrix product. We have products to increase energy. We have products that are going to reduce the inflammation and build the immune system. But each one of these categories that you see listed here on this screen, um, all of our products fall into these categories, and each one of these categories is over $1 billion industry alone. So what that means is that our products, again, we're in 58 countries around the world, and our products really go over like the mega trends that are happening globally. And so what I want you to understand is if you're looking at even just like, to like wrap a product that just so you can pay for your product, um, when you're looking to do that, or if you want to sell the product and build a business like I'm doing, you want to sell something or represent something that is going to be consumable and used daily. Why? Because people are going to fall in love with it, and they're going to run out and they're going to need more. And that's how you build, especially when they fall into the mega trends, with what's coming and what's happening now and what's coming in the future all around the world. This is Dr. Ray Strand, and I'm going to just touch a little bit on him, but we're going to have Heather's going to share a little bit more about Dr. Ray Strand because she's had an extensive conversation with him. He has his MD from the University of Colorado. He practices medicine in South Dakota. He is 80 years old this year. He and his wife own a horse farm and are actively riding horses. He's still practicing medicine. He is very passionate about moving your body, drinking your water, eating the clean foods, and that is so crucial to longevity. And what I love is that these products that we have that are, clinically doctor created, clinically tested, um, he loves them. He calls them our liquid discipline, and he loves the drops because They help you to be able to release twice as much weight as diet alone. And so they're clinically proven, like I said, doctor recommended, all natural, safe, effective, stimulant, and hormone free. What do the drops do? So I've touched on it a little bit, and what I love is that the drops are going to address your foundational hormones. What are those? That's going to be your thyroid, cortisol, leptin, ghrelin, and your insulin. So when I started on the drops, I was pre-diabetic. And I love the drops because one of the things that the drops did is within 3 months, the only thing I changed was the drops. Within 3 months, I was no longer pre-diabetic and my A1C was within the normal range. My doctor said, I don't know what you're doing, but keep doing it. So they help to balance those foundational hormones. For some people, for some women, they can taper off of their hormone replacement therapy. Some people stay on it. It really depends on the person's body because all of our bodies are different. But the reason that one of the things I love about the drops is that they work for men and women and people of all ages, because what they do is that they address the greatest need in the body, and then they help to balance that. So for me, a year and a half ago, my A1C was high. So the drops addressed the insulin resistance and helped address that to get that A1C within the normal range. They help to curb appetite, increase the energy, increase the metabolic rate. My mood is so much better. My thyroid is being supported. And also, like I talked about, stabilizing the blood sugar. So, what we recommend is eating whole foods from the earth. We take our liquid discipline before our three biggest meals. We eat vegetables, lean meats, healthy fats, and low glycemic fruits. And what the drops do is they actually help you to crave really great food. And I'll give you just a little bit of a story. One of my friends, her husband, they're the cutest couple, and she's been on the drops for over a year. He's been on the drops, I can't remember, maybe about 6 months. And he said to me when he started, I mean, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to eat from that list. And I said, I don't know, Tom, you never know. You'll probably be craving that broccoli before you know it. And so when I talked to them about a month ago, he in the background, he's like, Telly, and I'm craving broccoli. And I was like, yes, I love it. So he's never craved broccoli before in his life. So, and they're a little bit older than me. So I love that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to talk to Heather and Jodi. Are you guys there? Can
I'm
you
here.
unmute?
Yeah.
All right. All right. So I'm so glad. Thanks you guys so much for coming on. So I'm going to pull up your pictures real quick. And but Jodi, I would love for you, because you're the one that introduced Heather to the drops, correct?
Yes, through her daughter.
Okay, so through her daughter. And so
Yeah.
tell us, so can you guys maybe tell us a little bit how this happened? And maybe Heather, tell us, I just would love for you guys to share how this all came about, that Heather got introduced to the drops. So I'm gonna share your picture, Jodi, because maybe Jodi, why don't you share what the drops did for you, and then how you were in contact with Jodi, with Heather's daughter. I'm going to pull up your picture, Heather, or Jodi.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. So I was introduced to the drops from Billy Heggie,
Mhm.
and that was in March of this year. And anyways, I started on the drops. And going back a bit, I was one of the ones that was skeptical. I was like, I don't know. Like, it sounds like a lot of propaganda. And, I'm a very skeptical, and I'm thinking, okay, well, I'll just keep watching Billy. So I watched Billy from, uh, I believe it was July or August of 2024 till December. Reached out, said, okay, Billy, what are you doing? And then she was telling me, and then she posted more. Anyways, getting to March, I said, okay, I'm in. I have to try these. I haven't been sleeping. Um, and just all the menopausal things. And so started on the drops. Um, I mean, I sold the drops. I sold several before I even started on them, hoping that I knew what I was doing because people are like, I want those drops. And I'm like, okay, but I don't know if I haven't even started on them. So, anyways, I sold about, I don't know, 5 or 6 boxes before I started on them myself and started on them. And in 4 days, I slept through the night. And I'm thinking, this is a miracle because I hadn't had a good sleep like that. And when you have a good sleep, you wake up so refreshed
Yeah.
and like you can conquer anything. And so that was my first step to these drops. And then I kept saying to Billy, I don't know, Billy, if I can sell these drops. And she's like, oh, Jodi, just give it a go. And so I just started posting because I wasn't going to post. I was like, I'm not going to post twice a day. That's crazy. People are going to think I'm doing some crazy thing. And anyways, to make a long story short, my first month I sold 50 boxes. And
Wow.
so and so my journey began selling these drops. And so many things have changed in my life. And then my daughter actually was her Heather's daughter worked for my daughter. And so her daughter would come to my house and they would be making sourdough, and I would be talking to Rebecca about these drops. And so Rebecca
So let
shared
me
with,
let me ask you one
okay,
thing, Jody. What's the difference between this is September to September, 2024 to 2025, and then we'll get into Heather. So what
okay,
was the difference with like, did you release weight? Like you look like the puffiness has gone from your face.
right. So yeah, I released about 8 pounds
Okay.
in
That's
the period.
exciting.
Yeah, yeah. So it was great. And
Yeah,
I
that's
really,
amazing.
that wasn't my goal. Like, I was
No,
like,
I know. I know your goal was more like being able to sleep.
yeah,
Right? But I mean, that's just amazing that this like, I love that like, just you look like the inflammation, like, the puffiness is gone, you know?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
amazing. Okay, so then okay,
So,
so then your daughter's making sourdough with Heather's daughter.
yes. And so Rebecca was telling me about her mom, that her mom has MS. And I said, oh, she has to try these drops. And Rebecca says, well, I guess I'll talk to my mom about it. And I'm like, sure, and you can give her my number and I'll talk to her, no problem. And I said, what has she got to lose? Like I said, I know we can't guarantee anything because
Right,
we're not allowed to treat and all that stuff. But
right.
um, I said, these drops are doing amazing things for people. Like results and benefits are phenomenal. And I said, to have something like MS, you got to find something to fix it. And so, anyways,
And Jody, tell us what your background is.
okay, so
What do you do?
I've been in healthcare for 30 years,
Mhm.
and I'm a certified nutritionist.
Okay. So you're familiar with people trying to find holistic solutions.
Right, yes.
Yeah.
And to find something that actually works on the hormones like these drops, I mean, I've been searching for years, and I'm not saying that like, you know, I mean years.
No, I know. I know. Me too.
And nothing worked.
Right.
I spent so much money ordering from the US, from
Mhm.
this person and that person, and nothing worked.
Yeah. Oh my
And
gosh.
I do consults with people, and uh my heart was like, oh dear Lord, I have to find something for these people.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, boom, comes
Yeah.
across my phone. And I mean, people are loving these drops. They're
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Amazing. Okay, so then how then did Heather call you? Did her daughter call you? How did that work?
So Rebecca said her mom was coming to visit her. And
Okay.
I said, oh, I hope that I can meet your mom. I would love to meet your mom. So the very last day she's in Alberta, um, she comes to my house. And as she's walking in my house, she literally was dragging one of her legs. And she's walking very slow. And she comes into my kitchen and sits down. And I don't think we really talked much about the drops, but I thought after they left, the next week I said to Rebecca, did you get your mother on those drops? Like, she needs to find something that works for her MS. And
Yeah.
so then fast forward from May, so she started on the drops. I don't want to take away from her
Yeah,
story.
so now we'll have Heather share
Okay.
happened from there. So
Okay. Perfect.
Heather, I would love for you. First of all, we're so happy for you, and I cannot wait to hear just what the drops have done for you. And so, if you want to just pick up with the story, like what happened, when did you start on the drops, and what have they done for you?
So, a little backstory about me. I was diagnosed with MS 30 years ago, and
Wow.
the doctors wanted me to go on medications, and I refused to do it. I wanted to find an all-natural solution.
Hmm.
I thought I was handling it very well. However, I did notice I was getting older, like you could feel it. So, when Rebecca said, Mom, give this a try, it might help you. And I'm like, you know what? If my daughter's coming to me saying, Mom, this might help you, it's worth looking into. So my husband and I had a conversation. He goes, if you start the drops, you need to stay on them for at least 3 months. So I'm like, just to give it a shot. I'm like, fair enough, let's do it. So that's how my journey began, is my husband supported me. Jodi was just an inspiration. Like, get this started and see where you'll go.
Yeah. And
So
then tell us, okay, so you started on the drops. How quickly did you feel a difference?
I would say day 2, the brain fog had lifted. So that was the first start going, okay, this is gonna do something.
Hmm.
What else is gonna do? Of course, like Jodi, you're skeptical. Like, is this really gonna do anything for me? So for sleep, for me, it took into the 3rd month before I actually started getting sleep. It's not perfect yet, but it's way better than it was when I first started. So, and just over time, it's just all of a sudden I realized when I was going for a walk that my foot was lifting. I wasn't dragging my foot as I was walking. So you do feel better.
Yeah, that's
So,
incredible. Okay,
yes.
so then let's fast. So then you decided that you were going to start selling these drops because they had made a difference for you. And you
Mhm.
came to our big event in Dallas at PXP. And you, at the big like farewell party, you had the pleasure of meeting Dr. Strand. So tell us about that, Heather. Tell us, so you started on the drops, and then tell us about your conversation with Dr. Strand and what just everything that I don't want to take any words out of your mouth, but just tell us about that encounter.
So it was incredible because at the party we were at, one of the other ladies, Amy, said, "Go ask Dr. Strand what he thought would help you with your MS." And I'm like, "It's a party, a corporate party. Like he doesn't have time for this. Why would I do that?" She goes, "What harm is there?" So I'm like, "Okay, fine." So I went to Dr. Strand. I'm like, "Can I ask you a quick question?" He goes, "Absolutely." He puts his hand on my arm and says, or I had already asked him, "What would you share to someone that has MS?" And he puts his hand on my arm and he said, "Is it you that has it?" And I said, "Yes, it is." And so this light bulb just went off in his face and he goes, "I've helped over 50 people with MS, and I know that we have product that will help you." And so I would say we probably talked with him for over a half an hour, and just his expertise and just how much he loved on me. It was just incredible.
That's incredible. And so I know you're like me. You take a lot of products. Because you know, I have a few different autoimmune things I've been diagnosed with, and you have an autoimmune thing that you've been diagnosed with. And you know, these products aren't, we're not claiming that they're going to cure anything, but they really can help the body to function better. And is that what Dr. Strand communicated with you that evening?
Yes, what I found was very inspirational was the fact that Jodi, through all of it, she's like, "You should try this product because it will help you with this, and this product because it'll help you with that." And so that conversation with Dr. Strand just signified all of the stuff that I had already been taking. That's why I was feeling so much better. The only advice he gave is that I need to increase some of the amounts that I was taking just for more um, results, I
Right,
guess, as per se.
right. So so do you mind, I know you and I talked a little bit about like what some of the things you were taking. Um, would you mind sharing some of the things that you're taking?
I'll try to remember them all. Um, Him and his wife, actually, I had a few moments with his wife as well. They both highly recommended with the drops to take 4 Vanilli. So if you take nothing else, 4 Vanilli and the drops are huge. But on top of that, the Optimal M and Optimal V,
Mhm.
um, BioPro Q, Omega Q,
Oh,
vitamin D
the
because I'm in Canada.
because you're in Canada. Well, really anyone in the United States that doesn't live like in Florida.
True. Jodi, did
In
I
North
miss
America,
anything
right?
in
Anyone
there?
in North America that's not in Mexico or Florida, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. So anyway, he gave me a list and I'm like, "Oh, great. Like everything I had already, I just increased the amount I was taking a day." So
That's awesome. And then do
yeah.
you also drink the superfood drinks like the MOA and the noni and the limu?
Absolutely.
And
I live each morning. I get started with my MOA just because you wake up with aches and pains. Like that's
Mhm.
just how your body goes. Um, the noni, I absolutely love. I make a smoothie each morning and I put some noni in my smoothie, and just the nourishment I get from it, it just keeps me going all day. And I do take limu as well. So I can't pinpoint one is helping more than another, but they're all working amazing for me.
Absolutely. I take all three of them as well because
Yeah.
I know my body needs that support. And and so that is fantastic, Heather. I'm so happy for you. So, I mean, what advice would you have for someone who might be struggling with an autoimmune challenge or something like MS? What would you recommend to them?
Like I said, the drops and vanilla, because you do want to fight the inflammation. Like I didn't realize just how inflamed my whole body was.
Mhm.
So it's fun just seeing how the inflammation is going down so I can walk with more ease. And I'm a lot more comfortable doing different things now. So that's what I would definitely recommend is anything that helps with the inflammation.
Yes, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I'm so happy for you. And I mean, I feel like there's a huge difference between your before and after. What do you feel like?
I think so. I didn't really think that there was much, but I do see on the before that I was a lot more swollen in the face.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It
Yeah.
just It's amazing. I mean, so, when you put the good things in your body knows what to do and starts, just doing what it needs to do every single day. And so, one of the things that we talk about is that everyone's going to have a different journey because all of our bodies are different. So some people they have results really quickly. Like Heather said, she within 2 days her brain fog was gone. Now some people they might need to release weight, and some people, they might not release weight for like 90 to 120 days, but then they might start releasing significant weight after that. So everyone's system is very different. Heather's husband is very wise that he said to her, you've got to give this a minimum of 90 days if you're going to do it. And so kudos to him for for understanding the body that you've got to give it a solid 90 to 120 days for the body to shift, and also for being so supportive of you and your journey. So it's just so awesome. I'm so happy for you. So thank you for sharing, ladies.
Can I just say something, man?
Yes, please.
So when I saw Heather at PXP in September and I seen her in the airport walking towards me, I'm like, your your leg, your leg. It's like you're not dragging your leg, like you're walking so great. And I mean, every day we were walking. How many thousand steps, Heather? Like
About
10,
10,000.
10,000. I think one day we did 14.
No,
And I don't think Heather could have done that way back in May.
not a chance.
And
No.
that's really significant because that was just May till September, beginning
Yeah.
of September.
Yeah. It was so great. I was so excited for her.
That's so great. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is just so this is this is so when I got introduced to the drops, my main things and I'm going to start wrapping it up. The main things that I was looking for is can I help like I was trying to figure out am I going to do this as a business here with Partner Co. And my main things were can I help people get healthier holistically? And then can I help people like create an additional income stream? So can you guys see my can you see Kristen White now? The before and afters? Or is it still on I don't know if somebody will message me in the
Yes.
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay, great. Thank you. All right, so I'm just going to go through these other before and afters very quickly and wrap up our call. But I just am so excited for Heather and Jodi, and thank you so much, you guys, for sharing that journey with us. So Kristen White, she has worked out her whole life. The picture on the left is her after she gave birth to her child, and she started taking the drops to release that, to get balanced and release that baby weight. She stays on the drops not because she needs to release weight, but because she loves how the drops make her feel. She loves the sublingual absorption of the vitamin B12, and so we have so many different testimonials. This is Ursula, mom of 6, busy mom, wanted to lose the baby weight and wanted to make a little bit of extra income while her kids are busy playing ball. The drops are for men and women of all ages. I love these testimonials. The other thing I love is that we definitely notice a difference in people's skin as they're using the drops. They start looking healthier. I love that the drops are also for, like, let's say someone wants to do a fitness competition, or, a young guy wants to get totally ripped at the gym. They can use the drops, drink their water, stay hydrated, and they can eat from our low glycemic food index and do it in a healthy way. Get completely, um, buff or whatever. Dr. Crystal Vance is one of my favorite testimonials. She also struggled with an autoimmune condition, on and off of prednisone. And when you're on that, I've had to go on that at different times. You balloon up, and it's very hard because those foundational hormones get disrupted. And so she started on the drops. She's released over 160 pounds. She's in even better shape now. It's just incredible. But as you can see, it's all different ages. So you can get started with your drops. They're 167 in the United States. From your brand partner, I think they are 200 in Canada from your brand partner. And you have an option. You can start on a subscription if you want, or you can get them from your brand partner. Because we're talking about Canada and the US, there's a couple of different ways that you can do that. But if you're like me, I definitely wanted to get my drops at a discount. And I started, I opened my own global virtual business. It's $29.95 in the US. I believe it's $37.95 in Canada. You get a replicated site, back office. You can purchase your products at the discount that we get them at, or you can partner with us and you can start sharing these amazing products and help people like Jodi and Heather and myself. And so we have a few different options. One, this is a really, really common package for people who are wanting to get started, get their product at a discount, and whether it's for them and their significant other, or they want to have that 120-day supply. So it's a 4-pack in the US. It's $371. And let's say I'm just gonna use US numbers because I don't have my Canadian numbers. Let's say you sell those 4 boxes at 167, you're gonna collect $668, pay back that investment of 371, and you profit 297. Or you can sell 3 of them, get yours for free as well as your $29.95 sign up. And you're in business basically just by selling your drops already, which is kind of similar to what Jodi did. She was selling drops before she even started them, right? And the way she did that is she used social media like I did. I saw a post, Jodi saw a post. That's how we got started. And so we turned that social media into profit, but also we also really talk about, like, a lot of, like, just health and wellness things, trying to teach people how to eat healthier, make healthier choices. One of the ways that we do it is we have a plug and play system. It's totally turnkey. Everything's been created. You don't have to be a digital creator in order to do this system of growth that we have in place. We also, in the United States and in Canada, we have a 10-pack. In the US, it is $880. When you sell all 10 of those boxes, you're going to collect $1,670, pay back that investment of $880, and you're going to profit $790. Again, I don't remember the Canadian numbers. But both places, you have an option. So in Canada, you can order 3 sets of 10. In the US, we actually have a 30-pack. And it's $24.99. But the key with this package, this is what the thing that I always want to make sure that we communicate, is that with this company, one of the unique things that we have is that we get to buy this viral product in bulk and turn around and sell it to our customers. So in the United States, the product retails on the website for $176. We buy it in bulk and we sell it for $167. It's similar in Canada. That we do the same type of thing in Canada. So we buy it in bulk and then we turn around and we sell it to our customer for a reduced amount compared to the website. and giving them a savings, which is awesome. But what the 30 pack does, whether it's a 30 pack or 3 sets of 10, is it's going to set you up for 30% upfront income for life with the company. It's a very unique opportunity. We have 4 weeks to be able to do that. The other thing that I want to point out, because I think it's really important to understand, is that when we buy that product in bulk and we sell each box for $167, with a 30 pack, for example, it's $24.99. We sell each one of those boxes for $167. And then we collect $5,010. We pay back that investment of $24.99 and we profit over $2,500. So I always want to communicate, the thing that's really exciting is that we have the opportunity, like once we sell 15 boxes, which trust me, it's amazing how quickly these go. The rest is profit. With the 10 pack, you sell 6, the rest is profit. With the 4 pack, you sell 3, you get yours for free. So that's really how we really want to teach and train people how to get that right now money in their pocket and be able to create a business. And we really want to help people get healthier. We want to help people create a reoccurring income, and for people to join us on this journey. So I'm super excited that you guys joined us tonight. So much fun with Heather and with Jodi, and I'm super passionate about helping people get healthier, and because I've had so many struggles myself, I know Heather feels that way. And then Jodi shared how, she's watched people for years. She's been looking for things. Remember how she said she's been looking for years, and Billy commented in the chat like she was the biggest skeptic. And I was really skeptical too. Because I've tried so many different things. And when you've struggled with your health and you find something that works, you want to tell the world. And so that's what we're doing. Our mission is to get this into the hands of millions and millions of people around the world so that they can reclaim their wellness like Heather has done and Jodi has done and I have done. So thank you, Heather. Thank you, Jodi. We're so grateful. I know that we're all getting healthier every day, and it's just such an awesome journey to be on with you guys. Thanks you guys so much.